returning back home, the narrator found that the thing was still intact. It did not explode. It was still as it is, and it was red like hot coal. Now the next important thing is the crystallization. The diamond maker says, if you hurry the process, if you hurry to cool it out, the crystals become small. But if you wait long enough and you wait for it to cool slowly and maintain the pressure and maintain the temperature, you will find good results. And the diamond maker decided that he would let the thing slowly cool for 2 years. To let the fire cool slowly for 2 years, he had to slowly keep burning the fire, and he had no firewood. So he went out to do odd jobs, sell newspapers, he held horses, opened cab doors, and other small odd jobs. The diamond maker also recalls a time when for 1 whole week he had nothing to eat, so he was begging outside when a young boy was taking his young girl out, and out of show off, out of vanity, he gave him 6 pence. But the diamond maker, instead of buying something for himself to eat, he went and bought coals with those 6 pence, and then he was hungry again, but the fire started to burn bright. That was the height of craziness about this diamond maker. He was ready to die of hunger, but he would not give up his experiment of making diamonds. The diamond maker says that, yes, I started this experiment some 2 years ago, and just 3 weeks ago I let down the fire. I took out the cylinder and I unscrewed it and opened it. I found 3 big diamonds and 5 small ones. And as the diamond maker was trying to chisel out his diamonds, the drunken letter writer flung his door open and came in. He was still drunk, and then he called the diamond maker a terrorist. And then he started to tell the diamond maker that I have reported what you have been doing to the police, and they are coming to catch you. I told them that you are making bombs here. The diamond maker was so angry, he went and pulled the drunken man and tried to hit him. But then again, he had 2 choices. He could just stay, and then when the police come, he could tell them that, I'm just trying to make diamonds. On the other hand, he could take all his diamonds and run away and be called a terrorist. He did the second. He took the diamonds, he ran away. And in the evening newspaper, he found that his room was labeled as the Kentish Town Bomb Factory. So now it became very difficult for him to sell his diamonds. If he went to respected jewelers and tried to convince them that I made these diamonds and would you buy, people would think that he is a terrorist, people would think that he is a smuggler, and then they would say, oh, please wait for a minute, and then they would go and call up the police. And now he could not sell his diamonds for love or for money. He could not go around and tell others that he makes diamonds, because his identity would be out, that he was living in the Kentish Town Bomb Factory. Once when he went to the dealer of the stolen goods to sell his diamonds, that dealer took his diamond and never returned it to him. And when the diamond maker asked him to give back his diamond, the dealer just said that, if this is your diamond, just go to the court and sue me. So now he was roaming around with several hundred pounds worth around his neck and not a penny in his pocket. That was the greatest irony of his life. You know, having something that is worth so much, and yet he has nothing to eat. He doesn't have a roof, he does not have shelter, he does not have an identity. The diamond maker told all his problems to this narrator and asked him, so what do you think? Would you like to buy the diamond? The narrator told him that it was not possible for him to buy the diamond without examining it properly, and that the diamond maker should come to his office the next day. Looking at the characters of the diamond maker as well as the narrator, we find that they are very similar, because they're very hard driven, they are very stubborn, they don't believe people easily. So the narrator told him that, okay, I've seen your diamond, I've heard your story, but it would be madness for me to buy your diamond. Just with this. So why don't you do one thing? Why don't you come to my office tomorrow? Here's my card, and please take this as a goodwill. And then he gave a little bit of money. The diamond maker looked at him and said, what, you think I'm a thief? If I come to your office, are you going to report to the police tomorrow? The narrator convinced the diamond maker, saying that I do believe you, and then he should come to his office the next day. The diamond maker took the money and took the card, and even when leaving, the diamond maker turns to the narrator and says that keep this secret between us and don't follow me. Next time when I sell my diamonds, I will pay you back the good money that you have given me, and I'll pay you in double. And then he crossed the street and then disappeared in the darkness. The narrator did not hear from him the next day. Later on, the assistant of our narrator told him that somebody came to meet him, a dirty old ragged fellow, sick and coughing. They could not meet personally, but the diamond maker, even later on, could not find someone he trusted, and then he sent 2 letters to this man asking for money. So the narrator tells us that maybe he was really a diamond maker, or maybe he was just a fraud. I will never know. And then he also says that sometimes I sit and think and wonder if I have lost a golden opportunity by not helping the diamond maker. And sometimes he imagines that maybe the diamond maker is dead after trying to find someone he trusts and not being able to find someone. Maybe he's lying dead somewhere with all his diamonds scattered around him. Or maybe he's just still wandering around looking for someone he can trust, someone who would want to deal with him. And by not taking the risk to trust the diamond maker, sometimes he thinks that maybe I could have risked at least 5 pounds. If our narrator took the chance with the diamond maker, maybe it would have been a totally whole different story for both him and the diamond maker. But just because they were not able to take risk, they will never know what would have happened if they decided to trust one another. Being the father of science fiction, he deals with scientific ideas in his stories, like, for example, crystallization in the diamond maker here. And in this chapter, the theme or the topic on which H.G.Wells wanted to talk about was risk-taking. Even after all your hard labor, even after your hard work, and even after analyzing things, it is through risk-taking that business comes in hand.